Welcome back to Make It Mondays, and it is time for a new blanket. This is the yarn that I will be using. As most of the blankets, this is donated. So I don't know for sure I'm going to be able to get the number of rows I'm going to want for the blanket. I do know how many stitches across I want to do because I've done my gauge swatch, kind of hence the funny tail. But I have 4 of these little cakes of yarn, and we will see how far I get. I'll be back once most of one of them is in. So here's the blanket so far. I am stopped in the middle of a row, and this is 1 skein of yarn. I do have 4 of these little cakes, so 3 more. This is currently 70 rows, so I should be able to make the final thing roughly 280 rows, give or take a couple, depending on pattern and depending on how much yarn there is. So that is the goal. It is coming out really pretty right now. So the pattern is kind of subtle, but it is enough of a pattern to keep my brain engaged while I'm working on it, which is half the point. And it's nice and soft and light for whomever is going to get this in the end. So I will be back when I'm much closer to the end. Be back. So here I am at hopefully what will be the last day working on the blanket. So this is how far I am now. I am in the middle of a row kind of as normal. And then I've got this much left. What I'm hoping to do is finish off this repeat of the pattern and then do 2 more big squares. So I know it's a little hard to see, but there are big squares of garter stitch and then there's smaller squares of garter stitch. So I'm hoping for 2 more big squares and 3 more small squares. Then hopefully it'll be done. Hopefully this will get me all that way. And then this will be done. I will be back in a little bit to show you the finished blanket. And here is the finished blanket. So I just barely made it with the amount of yarn that I had, which is great. So a bit smaller than my normal size blanket. I do still need to weave in the ends, but that's all that's left. So I will see you next time on Make It Mondays.